What I miss most about Djay Pro and Spotify. I'm DJ Spiegelspin, and I'm going to talk about most popular videos by far are when I talk about Spotify and Djay Pro. And so many people were upset when they removed Spotify from Djay Pro. So if we go over here, the algorithm's official website, it says as of July 2020, Spotify will no longer be playable through third-party DJ apps. So this means not only can you not DJ with Spotify with Djay Pro, but you cannot DJ with Spotify and any other DJ services. So Spotify is done from DJing. Back in 2014 when they introduced it, they were the first DJ software or one of the first DJ softwares to offer streaming services, and Spotify was amazing and people loved it, and they were devastated when they took it away. So what they did was they added other streaming services. They added Tidal, they added SoundCloud, they added Beatport, and they added BeatSource. So I would say that the streaming service that is closest to how Spotify was would be Tidal. But there are some differences, and I'm going to show you what I miss and what the differences are and why it's terrible that we can never DJ with Spotify again. So let's go over to Djay Pro. So now we're in Djay Pro, and if you click over here, I'm using a mouse so you can see where I'm pointing. So over here to the music selection button, and now up here is our sources. So this is my collection. These are our personal playlists that we created. I made videos on how to do that if you guys want to check that out. And then so over here we have the music. That is music that's native to your device. It is not your Apple streaming service music. You cannot use Apple streaming service at the moment, or probably never, with Djay Pro or other DJ softwares. But we got Tidal, SoundCloud, Beatport, and BeatSource. So now let's load up Tidal. So now we're in Tidal and we're in Explore. This is basically like just going to the Tidal app. You could do pretty much anything you could do in the regular Tidal app and access all of the tracks and playlists through Djay Pro. So now let's say we had a wedding next weekend and we wanted to try to find songs that would be good for a wedding. So we'd go over here to search and we'll type in wedding playlist. And let's see what we got. Go down the playlist, and here is what we have. We got Latin wedding, we got wedding songs from the 80s, rock and indies wedding, Christian and gospel wedding, Brazilian hip-hop Halloween, which really has nothing to do with weddings. You wouldn't want to play this at a wedding, 1969 songs. So as you could tell, we only get like 2 or 3 specific wedding playlists that were created through the Tidal app that we could go through and find songs to add to our own playlist. But now let's hop on over to Spotify and do the same thing. So we'll go to Spotify, and then we typed in wedding playlist. And look what we have. We have this one here, wedding playlist. If we look at it, all of the great songs that I would play at a wedding. Hey Ya, Uptown Funk. This would be perfect. Now, I wouldn't recommend just going to DJ with this playlist, but if you were building your own playlist, what you could do is you could go through it, and then you could add the songs to your personal playlist. So if we go over here, back to Djay Pro, and let's just use the Latin wedding for example, we go over here, press the 3 dots, and we could add it to our own wedding playlist. Now, with Spotify, it gives us so much more options. So instead of just 1 or 2, we have all of these wedding reception party songs 2022. So now this is a great playlist. You could almost get away with just loading up this playlist and DJing from it and doing a great performance. So now that we cannot load these songs from Spotify into Djay Pro, what we would have to do is we would go here and then we would like the playlist, and now it's added to our library. So we have the playlist that we just saved, and then you go over here on the official Djay Pro website, you could press migrate to Tidal. Now, what we could do is we could take the playlist that we have from Spotify and then migrate it into Djay Pro, and then you'll see it over here. So these are my Spotify playlists. I transferred these playlists, like the Hyped Swag House, transferred it to Tidal, and then I was able to access it into Djay Pro. So you could still use Spotify right now. Well, another thing I miss is only having to pay for one streaming service. I used to just pay for Spotify, and that was how I got my music for Djay Pro. It was $9.99 a month, and I had millions of songs. Now I have a subscription to Tidal, and I have a subscription to Spotify to do what I just showed you guys, which was to discover music, find these playlists, and then transfer it in. So it takes up more time and more money. And it makes it more difficult on the fly. Let's say you were doing a gig and then someone said, hey man, why don't you play some Deep House? And now Deep House wasn't something that you have in your pre-made playlist and you don't really know where you're going to get these songs. If you type in Deep House into Tidal, not that, and you go down here to playlist, you got House Now, 1990s House Hits, Afro House, Lo-Fi House, but you don't really have anything specific to Deep House. Now, if we go over here to Spotify, what the hell's going on? We go over here to Spotify, and if we were able to use Spotify with Djay Pro, we could just go like this. Deep House. And then we could search. Go to Home. Home. And we are going to search Deep House. And now we got all this. We got Deep House Bass. We got Deep House 2022. All of these Deep House songs that we could have just clicked here, and now we got Deep House created by other users on Spotify that they believe are the best Deep House songs in 2022. And then you could just instantly go. It was so much easier for these requests, and it was so much easier to discover. Now what we would have to do is try to see, oh, we're doing a gig next week. I think that guy likes Deep House. And then we'd have to save this track and then transfer it over. So the biggest thing that changed from DJing with Spotify to DJing with Tidal and these other services is the pre-made playlist made it so much more convenient. No other streaming service comes close to having such great user-created playlists. And it made song discovery, it made choosing songs on the fly, and it made getting ready for gigs and getting your playlist ready so much easier than it is now. So, let me know in the comments what you guys miss about DJing with Spotify. Let me know if I left anything out. And then also, if you guys have any other questions regarding Djay Pro and DJing with the iPad, I try to answer every single question I get. And if you found value in this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I make DJ videos every day.